Yeah. Hi, Chris Chinnock here for Display Central. So I'm actually very complimentary of the work that you've done with Life of Pi.
All right.
Well, it was one of my favorite movies, and I'm not just trying to suck up to you. It really was.
Oh, good. It's a lot of work.
It was a lot of work, I presume. So one of the things that really impressed me when I saw it was the way you use water and sky as a canvas, as a palette. Tell me about that.
There was some initial tests that we were testing. We wanted to feel like how we wanted to feel 3D, and I wasn't really sure in the beginning. Ang came to me very beginning, like says, you know, I wanted to shoot this in 3D from the one beginning. I want to use this as a new way of telling a new visual language that people, I think in the past, people kind of use 3D as like kind of a gag and kind of make it, you know, stick in face kind of thing,
Yeah.
or spear in face or whatever it is.
Yep.
And that's kind of where it is. There's no real kind of, I don't know, there's no kind of soul or arc or story. And Ang really wanted to play with different points of like perspective, like aggression, like if a guy's like forward of screen, you know, how's the audience feel about that, where the same acting is kind of back behind the screen, you know, and there's also different ways you can do a close-up. You're either, you know, traditionally in 2D, you kind of either, you know, you just got to make them bigger, you know, but in 3D, you could bring them forward. It's another different,
You can make the face round,
you
make
can
the
make
face
it
flat.
or so there's all the different kind of tones, and I shot a test of water, and for me, when I saw water for the first time in 3D, I just go like, wow, that's
It's got texture.
it's got
real.
texture, and all of a sudden the screen kind of goes like this and goes to like this infinity.
Yeah.
And I feel like, you know, you feel like
It's something you can play with.
you can play with, and I think that's great.
Yeah.
And I knew with water, and I wasn't really, you know, I feel like this one we had to really do in camera 3D versus, because water, I don't know how you cut that all apart. It doesn't make any sense to me.
Yeah.
So we did that, and I did, you know, Tron that way as well too.
Okay. I mean, I love some of the scenes where, you know, you have a boat in a dark night and it's like floating in a sky, but it's floating in water.
All right. Those are pretty amazing things. And there's amazing like things you could do too, like there's a scene, there's a top shot, and it shows and you just see a boat really small in the distance.
Yeah.
And there's things you could do where you could offset the eyes a little bit and make it feel like this boat is really tiny and miniature.
Yeah.
And it's a different kind of language that you could tell, like a normal 2D, it's just small, but it doesn't feel as tiny as that you do if you can kind of play with 3D and make it really feel like, here's a lone boat in the middle of nothing. It's a different kind of...
Do you play with the interaxial to kind of change that perspective?
Kind of change that normal perspective where you might exaggerate it for an emotional moment.
Right.
Not for being like accurate 3D, but to kind of go like, this is now this boy feels like, wow, he's really in the middle of nothing. You know, it's just something that we were trying to tell, and I think it conveys pretty well when you see the movie. You know?
It conveys wonderfully. And in fact, my wife is not particularly a fan of 3D.
Neither was my wife.
And she loved it.
Yes.
Okay, so that's really wonderful. Congratulations.
Oh, great. Thank you very much.
All right.
All right.
Good luck.
Oh, thanks.